Hello everyone and welcome to a best of 3 series between Sav, otherwise known as Commerce Arcade here, and Patches. I'm going to ask if the players are ready and then we're going to start the game. Both going Genitron. Patches GVG. I haven't thought too much about the theory of this matchup, about how you should play. So I can only assume, because Blitz's DPS isn't that great, right? I kind of assume it's probably going to be like Incisors and Spitfires. I'm not playing this. I was about to type GLHF as a habit. But anyway, spawning here in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scale's Ladder Edition. Playing with the blue Genitron ACRs, it is Sav. And his opponent playing in the top left hand corner of of Dragon Scales, also playing Genitron. It is Patches. With the fat Marine on his little, see there, on his little processing core. Actually, the middle is top heavy. I never realized that. It doesn't look like it from here. If you look here, it's like the legs are much smaller than the top here. Interesting. Anyway, so far we have a node block here from Sav. Currently actually on higher supply. Patches forgetting to make an ACR? Patches? Hello? Oh dear. Yikes. About 1.5 workers ahead is Sav. So let me start up the Spitfire. I've been vocal about this in the past, but I actually think it's better. Like, ever since I saw Cop DSD do this, I realized, hang on a second, shouldn't we all be doing this? It's waiting till you can switch this into standard mode and then immediately produce blitzes. Just a couple blitzes at first. Of course, I did say Spitfires was better than blitzes earlier, but what? Why? If you have the money for it, you may as well, I guess. So what's the point in? Wow, 6 manufacturers. It's got to be making pure Spitfire by the looks of it. A little bit late. They could have been a bit earlier, but he's harvesting gas. So I wonder if he's going to try to use that for calibrated engines or blitzer production. I don't think it would make much sense to get calibrated engines, because by the time it would finish it'd be about 5 minutes, and you know, your all-in is basically over. Perhaps like a relay tower over here or up here with blitzers as well would be good. Repulsor coming down. Has Patches seen this? Oh, as far as you know, there's a natural expansion. Okay. Okay, that's big. That's very big. He's going to send the Spitfire across the map. And how he's going to run into the Spitfire from Sav, unless yeah, he's not thinking it's going to be an all-in, so well, he's going to see the second one. Is he going to pull back in time? Yes, he is. Is he going to continue sending this across the map? I don't think he's going to realize before it's too late. Yeah, 3, now 5 Spitfires honing in on this natural base. Oh no, he starts up a third and his natural at the same time. Oh man.
Base is under attack.
Brilliantly played here by Sav so far. Well, there is a repulsor here, which is a bit awkward, a bit weird. That's actually going to defend him for a little while. Calibrated engines as well as +1 coming up here for Patches. If Patches holds, I'm going to be very surprised, as well as quite impressed. But yeah, a couple of blitzes I think is a good addition here. Let's see him come in again. He's definitely going to need to try and stop this from coming up and kill all these workers. Yeah. He's only on a single manufacturing facility. It is on overclock mode and it's making fixes. I don't think. Yeah, he still hasn't seen the lack of a natural base actually here from Sav. So he's playing much more macro focus. I don't think he's seen the proxy either, but perhaps he's figured it out that you know, if he keeps seeing Spitfires coming from here, like, hang on a second, it's a proxy. The fixer here is going to be fixing up these Spitfires. If you don't know, by the way, fixers actually repair, I think, 3 times faster than ACRs do, and I think ACRs have the same repair rate as an SCV. I think he should focus down this repulsor. Or you can simply stay out of the range. Whoa. Don't need to pull everything back there. No, keep going. Light weapons are actually going to be finishing up here for Patches. That's going to be quite a help, though I don't know if it's going to be enough of a help. Though, 3 manufacturers coming up here, and if Sav doesn't do significant damage soon, by significant I mean coming up here and controlling this ground over here, then I think Patches just straight up wins. They're already even on supply. Sav should be much further ahead in supply than Patches should. He just needs to focus down this repulsor and kill these cars. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, kill these cars while it's in lockdown and then get back on lockdown again. Okay, the entire army goes down to Patches. Even though he does have much more similar production now, it's still much he still has a lot of catching up to do when it comes to the army supply count. This base, I don't see a way for it to live. It's gonna burrow these. We've got 2 repulsors here actually. Does he have it on autocast? No, I don't believe he's put it on autocast though. Ooh, heavily supply blocked as well. Madcap rounds completed though. With actually faster Spitfires now as well with the +1 range, he's going to be able to kite his enemy's Spitfires, the opponent's Spitfires. It's going to be a bit of a tricky and delicate kite, but certainly could do it. With the repulsors coming up, it's going to pull the workers as well. Yeah, that's going to stop it from moving over that way. Yeah, Sav's now looking to be the one in a bit of trouble here, with Relay Tower finishing up at home. 1k gas in the bank here for Patches. He's got to send this across the map. Oh, he thinks that's the 3rd base. Yeah. A fair enough assumption, though. There's not even a natural. Okay, I think he's moving down to make a natural now. He sees the lack of a 3rd base. He's probably going to check here or move up the ramp. If he moves up the ramp, then Sav is practically toast, unless he can walk up this ramp and he sees the lack of a natural now and he's like, hang on a second. There's been one base all in the entire time. Bunch of fixes with the blitzers marching up the ramp now. A couple of Spitfires in the back helping with the extra DPS. The bonus light splash damage here from the fixes there should be a huge help. A lot of workers going down on the other side of the map there. Spitfires completely destroying the entire middle run, and Sav taps out. GG, well played, he says. As he fails to make his all-in work against Patches. Thinking me what's it? Patches quick 3 base expand. Quick 3rd base. Yes. Anyway. Find what map has Neo Humanity and Grassvan to choose from. Should I go with near humanity? Yep. Okay, he's going to be able to use his standard race as well, which he generally is Terran, I think. Let's see. Yeah, he plays Terran. Yep. Okay. Okay, it says ready and patches. Says ready as well. Okay. Game number 2 now. It's a Terran versus Janatron. It's a matchup that I personally would actually like to see a little bit more of. You see the Brood War banner here from Patches. Versus the Ghost of Sav. Like the ghost that Sav has. Not the Ghost of Sav. Anyway. Spawning here in the top left hand corner of Near Humanity Ladder Edition, playing with the blue SCVs, it is Sav from the Scion Races clan. Fairly sure that's the Rainers Raiders symbol. Oh, maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, his opponent playing, winning the last match, currently up 1-0. Playing with the red Janatron ACRs, it is Patches. So I'm going to be sending an SCV around the main base of Patches. Patches not making manufacturing facility yet. Now starts up a filtering plant after already floating 250 minerals. I don't think that's the wisest idea. Is he going to be taking this base? Interesting call. Yeah, gonna get that rich Vespene gas. I do believe the skins aren't quite fully finished yet for the rich gases. I think it shows like the purple gas can be seen on the structure, but I don't think there's a purple gas. What do you call it? Like the... I don't think they have the rich gas containers yet in Scion Races, which is about the only thing that you can really complain about. That and the lack of victory screens and music, I think. The only things that they're lacking. Other than that, incredibly polished races. Though I think I remember Solstice saying that the victory screens is not something they can change. He could potentially just be wrong. Perhaps he just hasn't figured out a way to do it yet, though he's probably right. What is this? Why is the... What's happening in the production tab? What? Hello? Okay. 2 manufacturing facilities just... manufacturers just finishing up. 3rd one along the way. It's going to make a factory over at this space is Sav. Sav not making any CCs just yet. Oh, he hasn't seen the base over here yet. Oh, that's really unfortunate. It's a bit of a what do you call it? Bit of a repeat of game number 1, except Sav is the one who's not scouting the expansion of the opponent properly. Not that it's especially his fault, but you know, not seeing the fact that he's expanded just over here. Oh no, these guys do have purple canisters. Maybe it's just the Chiron, or maybe it's all fixed now. Starport now coming along the way, as well as a reactor. This is not something I would advise if you see no expansion. But then again, the bunker may just well be enough. Actually, no, it probably isn't. If you're getting one based all in. 2 Spitfires along the way. Scouting Marine does see them. Might assume that there's a proxy over here. If you are Sav. Spearing Bay as well. The wall. Let the wall be thick. Another supply depot added to the wall. Spitfire, not a chance against that bunker. A Reaper has arrived. He's gonna use that for scouting, I do believe. Not a bad call, not a bad call. Calibrated engines and +1 light vehicle weapons coming up. No production currently out of these manufacturers though, as a third base is thrown up in the natural expansion of Patches. However, Hellion drop is along the way. I don't think Patches is going to be expecting or is going to be ready for this at all by any means. This is probably going to kill a lot of workers. It all comes down to Sav and Patches control though. Let's see. Only 1 Spitfire and that's at the natural. 3 fixes on the way. However, they are in overclock mode, so they're coming out nice and quick like. Hellion drop coming in now. Going to be able to chase these. Fixes are now out though. The overclock mode, a lot like Chrono Boost in that sense, as well as the tech that it gives. 5 workers going down so far, and he picks up with only losing 1 Hellion. Very nicely done. 2 processing calls along the way at the same time. That is greed, my friends. That is greed from not seeing even a natural expansion from your opponent. Throwing down a couple extra barracks or 30C from Sav would be a nice addition, I think. Gonna need to go after these workers, though he doesn't see it yet. Of course, by the way, if you're wondering why this takes so long, when Genetron structures are being attacked, their production speed slows down significantly. This was largely to nerf the repulsor rush, which, because you don't need pylons to build with Genetron. Imagine a cannon rush, but Protoss doesn't need to build pylons. Absolutely ridiculous. So this was made instead. Decent number of damage being put in these Spitfires, but they don't manage to end up killing one. As it goes in toward the main, there's already a Liberator there. I missed that, sorry. Only 6 workers going down this game so far though. Integ Victor, going to be showing this away. Blitzen might be able to finish it off. No, it's going to get away. Medevac unloads their Hellions, but they do not make it out alive. Now is going to finally see this rich Vespene expansion from his opponent. Gonna kill a couple more workers there with the second Liberator. Liberator at the natural. I'm going to call this the natural, even though this was his first expansion. 4 workers going down so far. I don't think he's actually realised that there's a Liberator at his natural. Let's go into his first person view. Does he not still realise? Not yet realise that this was a proxy. I guess I can't fully blame him for that yet. Yeah, it's going to finally notice the Liberator there after it nicks 1 more worker kill. Blitz is going to go around, but it might just be out of range actually. That's quite a nasty Liberator position. But then again, it only has 17 HP left, so yep, okay. It's going to get it down, no problems. Factory's going to fly on home, but Starport is going to land just further away. And likely going to be starting some Liberators, unless he puts a tech lab on it potentially. Yeah, Factory going to land back at home here. Is going to be going mech actually. Starport also getting built at home. Armory and a fusion core coming up. Is this going to be a BC proxy after double Liberator and Hellion proxy and Hellion drop proxy? That is going to be some pretty cool strats coming out of here, coming out of Sav. Patches though moving across the map. He does have double bunker set up as well as a siege tank though, so I don't think it's going to be able to do all too much. It's only 4 Spitfires, 3 fixes and a blitzer. As long as the repair is good, It's going to be nothing but death and carnage here for Patches, I believe. Siege tank on the high ground is going to be able to cover this third base. Yeah, BC over here as well. He's likely going to be making BCs out of this starport. Yamato cannon upgrade actually called weapon refit going to be coming up, as well as the reactor going to be put in the factory. I like that. Going to be able to dump some of those minerals into Hellions, maybe use them for run bys. Double assembly array though, triple assembly array coming up here for Patches. There's a lot more production of his come online. Double tech fault as well as a generator. Fabricator already out. Fabricator. What? Oh, he's got a third factory over here as well. Alright, Army just hanging around at his third base. He's actually going to be taking this base though. I actually like that call. Putting a bunker here, and all you need to do is defend these two places, and you won't be able to get put in a concave in any way. So I do like that. BC though, making its way, it's going to be making its way into the main base. 2 torrents are out, although I don't believe there's any range for them yet. No, none yet. I don't know what this upgrade is called, but it essentially makes the processor into a permanent detector. Well, it's going to be making this bunker feel very, very bad about its game, so that Hellions get absolutely more by those Spitfires until they get in range of the tank. It's going to try to jump on it. SCVs though, ready for repairs. Nicely done here by Sav. Loses the tank but gets practically the entire army here of Patches. Apart from the army that's over here, the bunkers are now completely left out in the open. BC, I think this is an F2, so BC's coming back home. Should be Yamatoing down these torrents, I think. Very nicely done. Yamato's the full HP torrent, while the weakened one is put to death by its laser batteries. In the main base though, an Inciter has jumped up this cliff, taking a couple siege tank shots and lived. To only slay a bunch of workers. BC jumps and says, "Stop that." Destroys his face. Couple units over here. Madcap Browns. Actually, it might have changed the name of the upgrade. But yeah, Madcap Browns actually. Finishing up, it increases the range of those Spitfires by 1. Triple Avenger production though is gonna put these BCs in a bit of trouble. This BC doesn't have its teleport on cooldown yet, and this BC doesn't have Yamato off cooldown yet. Whereas at home, a bunch of Hellions and Marines have been produced. No Infernal Pre-Igniter here for Sav, only Yamato cannon. This Avenger's going to have to chasing away this BC, but he's not going to be able to teleport away. Cloaking generator for the processor also coming up. No more BCs, I believe. Oh no, there's one over here. So I don't want to. I don't know, maybe. I missed what he Yamato'd, but this interdict is not going to go down. Is he going to remember to teleport? Let's see. Are you moving over toward the potential third base? Okay, he jumps home. 4 repairs. Siege tank is still shelling away. Actually, this is now the 4th base location. This is the 3rd. And this is a planetary as well. So nicely done. 4 SCV is going to be repairing up this BC. It's a very hard to break position here from Sav, so that's quite nice for him. As long as he's managed to get some run-bys out, that could be nice. Patches still. Okay, no, he has seen the tech labs, the add-ons from Sav. Avengers assembling over here. This 5th base was finally finished here for Patches. 5th base not especially late in a normal game, however, he's been on 4 base for such a long time. Squad of quite a large amount of Spitfires here to join the main army. Avengers, while the Avengers sit there. Hellions. Gonna try to secure this 4th base, but I don't see that happening with this much army around. He's gonna be able to get these siege tanks positioned, or sieged up. Gonna pull the trigger, but with only 1/2 of the army, ooh, not a great engagement so far, but then the rest of the army comes and absolutely cleans up those Hellions. No chance here. Avengers way out of position though, too busy killing missile turrets, I believe. As BC shoos away the rest of the army. Just used Avengers missile, I think, in that bunker, but the bunker did not fall. A couple more starports just finished up as well. Cloak and Banshee speed coming up here. Interesting. However, with processes being so fast, but hold that thought. Planetary under a heavy fire. Repair coming in. Can they out DPS the repair? It's going to be very close. Vengeance missiles though do finish it off. It's going to be very hard to stop this, and GG well played now. Very clean series here from Patches. Very curious series, actually. As well from both players. Just keep missing the fact that the natural expansions have been taken when they weren't taken, or haven't been taken, or have not been taken, or thinking they have been taken when they weren't taken, or whatever, you know, it's very confusing. Yes, GG, well played again for Sav and Patches. Nearly had him in the first game, did Sav. And yeah, that's going to be it for this series. I'll see you guys in the next cast. Hope you go watch that one as well. See ya.